Blighty Boxing, Frank Warren and Queensbury. I was just about to say, and the new British middleweight champion and all that, but really with you, what they should have done was saying, and the old. Really, shouldn't they?
Yeah, that'd have been good.
And the old middleweight champion, he's got it back again.
That'd have been good if they did say that.
But you have got it back.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Feels good, feels good. I've said to my team and that before and everyone that it feels better than the first time. Just because of the way I lost it, I appreciate it more. Yeah, the way I managed to get it back, I got back in a good fight. It weren't like I got a gimme fight. I got it back in a good fight against a hungry challenger that thought it was their time. And I got to do it in front of the crowd, didn't it? My family and friends. I didn't get to see it the first time. They were watching it indoors and, well, they came to the venue after, which was still good, but you know, they got to be right there and witness it. So, yeah, it was good.
It's almost like that little portion of your career, sort of, you can almost cut it out and just move it back into the memory now.
Yeah.
Now you get on with the real thing again, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
They don't feel real, all that behind closed door stuff.
It felt a bit weird.
You're lucky to get the fights, but
I was very active. Yeah, I was very active. But then also it progressed me quite quickly, quicker than I probably would have without the lockdown. So I think I fought for the British quite early. Maybe I would have been fighting for the British around now if it weren't for the lockdown, if that makes sense. But I fought for it quite early, and then the loss kind of knocked me back a bit when everything opened back, but it still put me in good position because in terms of exposure, in terms of being able to move forward, in terms of being a championship fighter, and in terms of knowing that, you know, I can box at championship level. So it all had its perks, so yeah, it was good.
In terms of getting over it, like last time when you were sort of like, on the surface you were fine, you were your usual chirpy self, but deep down, do you now feel like you can let it go? Was it always in there, the fact that you... Yeah,
slightly. I feel like I can in that terms, but there's still that there. I've got that one loss. I need to have a rematch for me to completely be like free. But yeah, the fact that I'm back and I'm back on top and I'm able to move on with my career and I'm back in a good position for my career, for myself. In that sense, I feel a bit more relieved, like, okay, cool. The fight's not over, but we've gone over that hill, over that hurdle, like, where, you know, what do you do next?
You're back in that position where people are going to be speaking your name and talking about you, because which is what you need, isn't it? So.
Yeah, and I think that loss is going to make people more inclined to fight me as well. Like, people think, you know, they can beat me, there's a way to beat me and stuff. But like I said, anyone that spoke to me, I think, you know, I weren't myself that time, that weren't me, but that's fine. You lot don't need to believe me. I just have to keep proving it, which is fine because I'm here to fight anyway and win fights. But everyone's going to think, well, start fast and get him and he's gone. You know what I mean? But Linus tried that and it didn't work. And he ended up, you know.
Did we have a bit of a slow start?
Or
was it calculated?
A bit of both. The first one I thought I started quite fast and I kept to his pace, and then I thought to myself, after that, why am I finding out his pace? Like he's pumped up. Like this is his moment. He's fighting with a lot of emotion. Like, this is me.
Experience you've got now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's thinking, this is me. Like, he's fighting with a lot of emotion. He's thinking, like, go and take it with both hands, kind of emotion. And I was a bit relaxed. Like, I know this is also important to me, and I need to get it back, but don't fall for that kind of fighting. So I thought, you know what? Second round, I slowed it down. Third round, I thought I can't lose 2 in a row. And I think after the fourth, it was pretty much all me. I know we won a couple rounds here and there, but the dynamic of the fight from the fourth round was all me. Then when it got to the seventh, it was all me anyway, I think. So he started real fast and yeah.
Clipped him a couple of times, didn't you?
I did, but I wish I landed full flush. But his movement was good. He didn't really want to commit. After I clipped him in the 8th, he didn't want to commit. I still landed a couple shots, popping his head back, but where he's going backwards, he's not getting the full force. But I did want to stop him.
On the brink of a stoppage, weren't you? Sort of.
Yeah, I definitely was. Especially, I think a lot of the times I turn it up a bit too late. So at the end of the round, the bell would go and it's like, a couple more shots.
A couple of times the bell stuffed you, didn't it?
Yeah. But it's all good.
And you looked suitably elated afterwards. Was it joy or relief? What was it, a bit of both? Or?
Yeah, a bit of both. The thing is, I wasn't really too nervous about this fight. The fight was harder than I expected. I thought I'd be in a good fight because I know he was a good technical fighter, but I thought I'd get him out of there. So he was tougher than I expected. I thought I'd get him out of there late, if I'm being honest with you.
I'll tell you what you can't beat, though, is a good away game, innit? Winning a game away from home. You know, like in your football days, when you go to an away game on a Sunday and you get a win, it's like...
Yeah. I come to your home ground and beat you, you know, definitely. So that was good as well. I've done it away, but I don't mind being away. Take the attention off me. Let me just do my work and fight. That's what I want to do really. But I know, of course, if you want to be a household name, you gotta be, very interactive and, have the spotlight a bit. So I don't really mind it.
So I think it was last week, a week before you went in to see Frank.
Yeah.
What did he have to say?
Yeah, no, just well done. He's proud of me and stuff. It was just like a general, kind of meeting. Hopefully I'm out in September. Well, it's looking like I'm out in September, but no official date yet. So, we're still waiting on that. And
is he along the lines of, let's get you making a defence, or is he along the lines of, let's get you an international, or what was he sort of indicating?
Along the lines of kind of, trying to push for the European, and obviously worst case scenario defence. But you know me already, the same energy as when I won it the first time, I still want more belts. I've won the same belt twice, which is brilliant. It's lovely.
Has that old Italian geezer still got the European?
He lost on Friday. I'll keep an eye on that as well. He lost to some French guy. I don't know what they're doing about. I don't know whether there's a rematch clause or whatever the situation is. I don't know. But yeah, he lost. But I'll still go for it. But I just want to win titles, innit? Just more accolades. That's what the game's about. Just more accolades.
And I suppose looking within the promotional stable, people will look and they'll say, Hamza's there, Nathan Heaney's there, which are all very makeable down the line, aren't they? They're not uneven. You're all sort of similar type experience, aren't you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think that's taken away from me a bit. I don't think they've got the same experience as me. I was
talking more numbers.
Okay, you could say they're all they're all reasonable.
Wildly different, are they, the numbers?
No, well, numbers in terms of what, like views, like.
In terms of how many fights you've had in that.
Fights, definitely around the same. We've all had about that. I think Hamza's had about 15 or more, and Nathan's had about 15 or more as well. Under 20 anyway. So yeah.
You've been through quite intense title experience, haven't you? So,
yeah, I think for my 13th fight, I've been in some good title fights.
This time, I think that worked for you this time.
Yeah, exactly. So I think my experience, like if all three of us were going to push on, I think I'm more in position to push on. I'm not saying they can't push on and win whatever they want to win, but I think none of them have been in a. I know they got these international titles, but they're all 10-round fights. None of them have been in a 12-round championship fight. You know what I mean? So, in terms of
they're
experience,
not fights you turn your nose up at, are they?
No, they're not fights to do anything for me. But they're fights where, if it makes sense, I'd definitely take. Like, for example, I know Nathan Heaney's dream is to box in Stoke in the stadium or stuff with 20,000 people. Why wouldn't I take that? That's big exposure for me. That's 20,000 in front of a stadium, let's go. Yeah, that's a bit of me, let's go. But other than that, sticking us on, me and Nathan or me and Hamza on the undercard of a copper box show or whatever, that doesn't take my fancy. Don't do that for me.
I mean, you're headlining now.
I'm headlining, exactly. So yeah, unless it's like, I'll be heavily rewarded for it and, I can get some more accolades from it, then yeah.
Talking of a fight that is, I think, chief support of the copper box, now you mention it, Mark Heffron.
Good fight.
Your man.
Good fight.
Lennox Clarke.
Good fight.
I think everyone sort of feels that fight's going to be a bang up, don't they?
I want to go there for that fight. That's why I actually want to go I want to see that fight.
How's it going?
It's a good fight. I think Mark was quite strong at middleweight, so I don't doubt he can hold himself at super middle. So I think Mark can hold himself at super middle. I think Lennox looks very strong. Never been in with him, don't know how strong he is, but he looks very strong. He looks aggressive. He looks like that's his game. But if I had to compare the two, I think Mark's got more to him. It's just if he gets drawn into Lennox's game. So if Mark goes in there and does his little boxing throws, his jab, and then pushes on when he needs to, he'll be all right. He might even be better off going backwards and going round because Lennox is just going to keep coming forward.
Doesn't know anything different, does he?
Exactly, that's his game. But if he thinks he wants to do a macho man and have a bang up with him, then you've seen what Lennox can do. So he could clip him and stuff.
Mark can bang as well, though.
Mark can bang as well, yeah, definitely. It's just if Lennox can take a shot, essentially, which we don't know yet. So if he bangs and clips him, he might go. But if they're going to have that kind of stand in the middle bang up, I'm going to favour Lennox Clarke. But if Mark has been working and he doesn't get drawn into a fight and his ego don't take over, he could box him and probably push on late and try and stop him that way.
It's like we're all thinking it's going to be this all-out war, no quarter given. They probably they both come in following a real tactical game plan, won't they? Ruin it for everyone.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to favour Mark just because I think he's got more to his game. But if he gets drawn into Lennox's game, then it's just if he can hold that kind of power.
I'd like to see Mark win a British title.
It'd be good. It'd be his third try.
Yeah.
And there's 3 titles on the line for this fight, so it's like All right, we'll have to wait, innit? Yeah. So he's got the Commonwealth, British, and IBF International. I think I saw. So it'd be good for him if he wins it. Yeah.
He won a WBC belt at some point, didn't he?
Yeah, early international, WBC International or something. Yeah.
But he's been desperate to win that British, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
And I think he would have beaten, what was his name? Jason Wellborn.
Yes.
He won the right to fight him, then Wellborn pulled out. At the last minute, he ended up fighting Liam Williams, didn't he?
Yeah. Why did Wellborn pull out? I can't remember why he pulled out anyway, but he ended up vacating. Yeah. And he fought Williams for the vacant title.
He went off and fought Jared Hurt, didn't he?
Oh yeah, that's why he had the world title shot. Listen, everyone's done the same thing, that's the world title shot. But I think Liam Williams got put in that fight to lose, by the way, because Mark was like the next big thing back then. So
it was a big step up to middleweight, wasn't it? So,
yeah, definitely.
But it turned out, he was like, he just had that bit much more about him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right then, so all things good, everything's back to normal.
Got
your belt back. Everyone's happy now.
Yeah.
When are you going to Ghana again?
Not for now, maybe Christmas, but I want to see out the year with a few wins first, and then
So you joined the Dubai set before you go back to Ghana then?
No, I've done that. That's done now. But I go Dubai. I go Ghana end of the year, see my family, just come back.
Did you do the old 6-star hotel in Dubai?
No, I didn't do that. Maybe, I don't know actually. I don't know. I don't even know what it was. My girl booked the hotel, so I just kind of left there to it. But I just booked, because I'd done it while I was fighting, so I just booked the flights, so I handled everything else, and then we just focused on this fight.
You make out like you wouldn't have done that anyway.
Yeah, but after the fight's done, I might have been like, I can't be asked no more. Do you know what I mean? So just get it done, let me focus on this fight, and then we'll enjoy ourselves after.
Right, we look forward to seeing you back in there soon, mate.
Yes, nice one. Thank you. Cheers.